Yes, people. Welcome to Saeed TV and welcome back to the Friday Debate Show. This video is sponsored by Mercia. If you can see, I'm repping the Mercia. If you want to go get it, guys, link is in the description below. Go and get yours. They do bomber jackets, t-shirts, jackets, whatever you name it. Go and check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's, for me, I like it, man. Do you like it, Adam? What you
Yeah, it's
reckon?
cool. It's cool. I can't lie. I was about to say it.
Yeah, fresh. So yeah, man, go and get yours, people. If you're liking it, big up to Mercia, and thanks for sponsoring the video. But listen, Adam, Statman Base is gonna join us in a minute. But Adam, how are you first, man? Everything
I'm
on
good.
good, bro?
I'm good, my bro. Thank you. I'm all right. I hope you're doing well as well.
Yeah, man, doing well, man, doing well. As good as can be, man, as good as can be. It
Exactly.
may be better. You know what I mean? Statman could top it all off and say he's better than everything, and he's doing well.
Hey, what's happened? What's happened?
How you
I'm just
doing?
Sorry, I'm late.
everyone's all good. Everyone all good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. This is the Friday debate show. I know it's a bit earlier than normal, but listen, I'm busy today. I've got an event to go to tonight, so listen, you'll find out that one out soon. Just follow my socials on Instagram, Saeed TV _. You'll find out what I'm doing today. You get me? And then yeah, man. Listen, we're getting ready for the weekend, man. Ten Hag's first press conference. Did any of these guys watch it? Any of you guys seen it?
No,
Man, I like him, man. He's good.
Hey, listen, if I'm Simon Peach, I'm never coming into a conference again. The way Ten Hag pointed at him, authority straight away, man. Like, I would be scared.
seriously.
And that's what I love about Ten Hag. Like, straight away, like, he's dictating everything. Like, you can tell that he's that authority figure. Like, the press should be scared of Ten Hag. You can't be asking him silly questions for no reason. Like,
No,
today, this guy was just bombarded with Ronaldo questions, and he just dealt with it so well.
Yeah,
I love this because authority is something we lacked. So I'm happy that you're saying this.
100%, man. We lacked authority for so many years, and you know what? Finally, we got a manager now who doesn't take any slack. I think Van Gaal was the last one. Maybe it's just in the Dutch, the Dutch way, man. But you got to do it in the right way, though. You can't just go and do what Mourinho done and start saying three trophies. Like that is just not the way to do it, man. Just be very authoritative, be commanding, and I think you'll get there, man. So for me, like I said, man, it's gonna be interesting to see. We're gonna discuss in terms of what he said, but Adam, I'm gonna start off with you, man. Martial is out first of all. I know you're gutted because you're a big Martial fan in terms of what he provides. Just before, I just think for me, maybe it's the end of Martial in a sense of I feel like I'm not being reactionary. People can say to me I'm being reactionary. I'm not, because this has happened time and time again. Every time we get excited, things that are out of control always happen, and it's sad, but this is just what's been Martial's career. Stop and start.
Yeah. To be honest, the last 2 years, especially because I think before the last 2 years it wasn't so bad. I think the last 2 years his injury record is he's no use if he can't play. I would say the same about Eric Bailly, the same about Varane, the same about Phil Jones. If you can't play because you're always injured, then what's the point, really? Like, we need players to be fit, and we can like a player or dislike a player all we want, but if they can't play, there's not even a question to have about them, to be honest. So I hope he gets it's a little something minor, and he gets back quickly because we need bodies. We just need someone. So I hope he comes back. Maybe he misses the first game and he's back for the next one. But I agree. I don't understand the fitness across the whole team. And you know what? The thing that bugs me the most, Saeed? We have a team that was very lazy last season, that wasn't willing to run for Ragnick, who's a very high press manager. And now we have another manager that presses very high. So not only we are supposed to expect injuries because of the new training methods, so based on that only, we should have signed more players. Just based on the fact that we are going to get injuries. Just logically, we are going to get those because the players need to adapt their body to the new way, to the new training methods. So I think we're in trouble, bro. I think we're in trouble. I think you're on mute.
Oh, my bad. Chelsea OG said, bro, I'm scared of Mr. Hag. Big up you, man. Aki. And big up to Shavam. Says a real sacking will come to bite United. the Ralph sacking will come to bite United. With this Martial thing, like I said, nobody's got no kind of like personal issues with Martial. But like I said, now we're in a situation now. We've got a half-fit Ronaldo. We got Rashford who can't play up front. I'm hearing false nine when United have just never played false. I've never been comfortable with a false nine. For me, it's only the best of best managers can do that. I'm not saying Ten Hag can't do that, but not into a role that he's just come into. Like to play a false nine is, for me, I just don't. I'm not comfortable with it. But you know, we're in a dire situation, man. Martial injury. You know, do you put that down to as well that what Adam's saying there in terms of different training and whatnot, or is it just a case of this is Martial now? His injuries have caught up to him now at 26, which is very young, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I think it could be like what Adam said in terms of like the new training methods, but I think this is Martial, isn't it? Like Martial over the last 2 years has been picking up a lot of injuries, and it's a shame because we need a striker we need Martial on the weekend, like so much. Like Ronaldo, in my eyes, I don't think Ronaldo should start. And even if like Ten Hag thinks that, listen, Ronaldo's only played 45 minutes of pre-season. Like this is a massive, massive risk if you're throwing him in to be the starting guy. And I don't know, man. Like the striker issue, let's see what Ten Hag does. He said he had a plan today. False nine. I'm not confident whoever plays in that role. Rashford up top. I don't want to see that. We know Rashford can't play up top. And then even if Rashford does play up top, then who you bring on the left? Elanga. The drop off in the squad is massive in terms of our depth.
Crazy. The drop
off
off
with two people out. Ronaldo's not out, but Ronaldo can't start in my eyes.
Yeah, Adam, the drop off is madness, isn't it? But like I said, you know, Ten Hag remains calm in the press conferences. He said, "Calm. We only buy players that are made for our system." You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm happy with that. But again, there are going to be people out there that will say, "No, that's not the right way." You know what I mean? And ultimately, who's to blame? Is it the market or is it the fact that we have very limited options in terms of what we're trying to do? Or, you know, I'm not saying Ten Hag should get the blame, but this is on Ten Hag that he wants specific targets. So where do you see, you know what I mean, in terms of why we've got to this situation? Is it because as well Ronaldo's made us in a limbo where we want him to stay?
I think we need to spend more. I think it's a Glazers problem and the board problem. I think we need more funds. We need to spend more money. We are coming from a place of last season was terrible and the season before that was terrible as well. So not only we need to spend a lot to just make up, but we need to spend even more to actually try and compete with the other top teams. We can't afford to have a £120 million budget and to make bad deals and to allow players to leave and not sign new players. And I like the looks of Malacia and Martinez, but their defense it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah.
We lost players that should go. Okay that they have left, but I think we need money. We need to spend at least 250 million if we're being honest. Like I think we need two midfielders, Martinez, Malacia, Eriksen. We need not two forwards, one winger and one forward, and we need to keep Ronaldo on top of it. But the way he's behaving the last weeks, I'm not with it. Can't lie, I'm not with Ronaldo on this one. But I wanted Ronaldo to stay, Marcel to stay, and I wanted us to sign someone else plus a wing player. And we needed like 7 players, to be honest. We needed to spend between 200 and 300 million. So yes, Ten Hag is stubborn. He wants the right profile of players, but there are many, many players that can fit actually his profile. He's quite good at using players. He's quite good at getting the best out of his squad. So it goes back to the Glazers. But then again, the fan base is so happy with very little that they pulled the trick on us so many times. So I don't see why they wouldn't try and trick us again with this new United bullshit. Yeah. Imagine that.
100%. They would have surprised you, of course. Big up to Zayn Miasi. He says, "We ready for our masterpiece tonight? I hear you have nice strike force. Maddison and Tielemans coming to us." I mean, bloody hell, mate. You know what I mean? If you take the L tonight, mate, you know what I mean? Like, what are you going to say then? What are you going to say then, eh? Listen, big up to Shavam. If Chelsea spend north of 250 million and other rivals strengthen, the way United are moving the transfer window, United will be stuck in the top 4 race for the next 5 years, let alone title challenge. I think, Shavam, it's going to be a slow process, man. You know what I mean? I don't like to use the word process, but it will be a process, man. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, you know what I mean? Because the reality now is that we're into the bare bones stat, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I said to you yesterday on your show, yeah, I'd rather play a half-fit Ronaldo, like I said at the start, and we take the risk than go out there and play Rashford up top. I generally do, man, because at least you've got a solid base there. You've got a striker that can play up front. I know he might not have the legs and he might not be able to be match sharp and whatnot, but at least he's got the principles, the bare principles. Does Rashford have the principles to play up front for you? I don't think so. He can run around, but then Webster and Dunk are so smart enough that they will suss that out. They will be like, no, let him run around. We've got the line there covered, and he'll just play offside again, like he does. So, where are you on that one in terms of playing who to play?
It's a mad situation because I think Ten Hag came out and said that Ronaldo's 4 weeks behind everyone else in terms of match fitness, isn't it?
Mm.
So how many minutes do we expect from Ronaldo? Like in my eyes, the most he can play is 45. Like you can maybe play him in the first half or the second half is up to you kind of thing. And I'll probably play him in the second half. And I think Ten Hag's just going to have to take that risk in terms of maybe a Rashford up top or maybe Ahmad, because Ahmad's been playing the false 9 role or that number 9 role the last couple of weeks in pre-season. But like no matter what, the solutions are not good. I don't think anyone can say the players coming in are actually half decent, and you have to feel sorry for Ten Hag in that area. But I feel like we knew that already in it. Like we need a lot of work, and the depth ain't good enough, and we're clearly seeing that now.
Yeah. Well, listen, we've got. What would you do, Adam? You know, be honest. Would you still play? Would you risk Ronaldo, Adam? Would you risk him?
I think I would play him only 45 minutes, I suppose, like Statman said. But then again, if he's not fit and you play him, you risk injuring. You risk him getting an injury, and if Ronaldo and Marcel have an injury, then you just don't have a choice. So we know Ronaldo is fit, always take care of himself. So we know he's not going to be like out of form. But still, I really don't know what I would do. I really don't know what I would do. I can't play Rashford up front. But then again, if you ask me personally, I wouldn't play Rashford anywhere. So
we have no options.
We have no options.
I'm not the biggest Rashford fan, but I'll tell you what, man, he's got to play. He's got to play, surely.
This is why Ten Hag gets paid the big money in it, big decisions.
Yeah. Fair enough. Absolutely.
Does he look like a guy that will make that decision, Statman? To be honest, like does he seem that, or
he has
a
no
lot
choice.
of people are saying to me he's gonna do what the old manager's done and whatnot. Like, what do you think?
He has no choice. He's gonna have to play someone. Like, are you gonna take that risk with Ronaldo starting the first 45 or maybe 60 minutes, or are you gonna go with someone who might have played a bit more in pre-season? I'm confident that Ten Hag can find a solution because he was very confident in his press conference today. Obviously, like, it's going to be words in it. He's not really going to say, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I have faith in Ten Hag. Like, Ten Hag hasn't shown me anything to doubt him right now. So if Ten Hag says he has a solution, let's see what he does on Sunday.
Yeah.
And if we lose because that quality ain't there and there's not maybe a structural issue, then we know who's to blame kind of thing on the result.
Someone's asking, what happened to not doing business in January so we can get back the manager's summer? I think that was all PR, man. That's what the problem everybody needs to understand. A lot of PR that gets thrown around, and reality is that, you know, we the manager is doing what I think, and this is down to the club. The club have made it a mess for the manager to come in. A, you've got a squad that is very, very lacking in quality, and B, you know, like, Look at the amount of signings we've made that have not fit the manager's profile, and you're seeing it right now. Or at least have longevity, Adam. Like, you know, say now, you know, like Chelsea do that. I think Chelsea might be a club where I think, you know what, they might buy a player, but it will suit the next manager that comes in. It might suit this player, or it might suit that player. You know what I mean? Like, and you can get the best out of certain players. Like, what can we do with Wan-Bissaka? You know, McTominay. You know, like, seriously, man, come on.
I know, bro. I know. Like that period between like March 2019 and September 2019 had just set this club back at least 5 to 7 years. Full-time contract to Ole, and you spend 150 million on Wan-Bissaka, Dan James, and Maguire. That is the beginning of the end. That was it. And as you said, Chelsea, not only Chelsea are willing to back the manager with the profile of player they want, but they are willing to sell the players. We are so bad at selling players. It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't think there is one single aspect of transfer strategy that we are good at, whether that's contract negotiation, signing players, releasing players, or selling players. We don't do any of those correctly. I think it's off the top of my head. It's just very, very weird. And you know, like that guy that City's bought in January, that guy Alvarez. I think they got him for 17, 20 million. And we might end up paying that for De Jong's wages. So how about that? It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Malazé Miasi with a super chat again. Saeed, I've got my shisha cigars and popcorn ready for your meltdown on Sunday. Also, Odegaard said Haaland could join us down the line. They are good friends. Bloody hell, mate.
And Haaland laughed.
And Haaland laughed, exactly. So who's having the last laugh now, eh, Zayn? Big up to Shavam again with a super chat. I hate to say it, but half of the fan base needs sacking. Half the fan base needs sacking for having such low standards. We need to stop hyping up bang average players. Passion merchants won't get us anywhere. Quality is required. Absolutely, you're right, man. We need quality, and that's what Ten Hag is lacking right now. Quality. So time will tell in terms of the transfer window. It's still open. Big up to everybody watching in, man. Guys, if you could do me a favor, people, make sure you like the video, man. I know you guys are enjoying the show, but it goes a long way, man. Like I said, it helps the algorithm. So if you're watching now, mods, let them know to hit the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe to Statman Baines and follow Adam on Twitter. You know what, man? I feel like for me, like I said, this is a very, very interesting game, because Ten Hag has said, he's talked a few praises about Ronaldo. Do you reckon there's a pressure? Like, do you reckon Ronaldo, like he has to play Ronaldo? Statman? Do you reckon it's just a case of if you're available, then you're ready in it, basically. Like,
no.
Is it? Do you reckon?
Nah, I think obviously the media going to build something or Ronaldo's not going to play. But I think as fans, just use your brain. Why should Ronaldo play straight away when he's only played 45 minutes in preseason and Ten Hag's already said he's 4 weeks behind everyone else?
Yeah.
Like, this is where as fans, we just have to be clever and not buy into what the media are going to say now. Because if Ronaldo don't play, the media are just going to be on to Ten Hag straight away. There's a falling out between Ten Hag and Ronaldo. We know that.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll have to see.
He said we will see Sunday. He said we'll see Sunday here. We'll see Sunday. That's what he said, Adam.
On what?
What do you reckon? He said we'll see Sunday.
Yeah.
He plays,
I think he will find a way to get him minutes, but he needs to have a strategy to play without him. He needs to have something else in mind, and if he can bring him on, fine. But I think it's a sticky. I don't think we're going to have a good start to the season, to be honest.
You don't think
How many points do you think we get from the first three?
I'm sorry?
How many points do you think we get from the first three? Brighton, Brentford, and Liverpool.
I think we'll lose against Liverpool. I think we'll get a draw. I think I would bet on 2 draws and a loss. I'm not very confident.
2 points.
Wow, 2 draws and a loss. Jeez. You know what it is, I feel like Brentford could be the worst kind of game to play at the start of the season because they'll have that little bit of hype in it. They had it last start of the season, and then they kind of faded away a little bit. I think that it's probably the worst time to play them because the crowd is rocking. It's going to be a nice little time, be still warm weather, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be like a carnival atmosphere, you know what I mean? So it's you know what? It's a tricky one, man. But for me, like I said, man, you know what I mean? It's going to be a similar team, man, Statman. If I'm being honest with you, we're not changing massively anything. Like, I just don't see Eriksen starting. I don't see Lisandro Martinez starting, if I'm being honest with you. I think it'll be who's had the most preseason fitness, and then we'll go from there. But it's crazy, isn't it? It feels like 2019 again, where we had the same team as we're doing now, man. It just shows you how much this recruitment has messed up badly, man, over the years, man. It's mad, isn't it?
No, I'll be honest. Like, Malacia starts.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
he starts over Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw didn't play the last 2 preseason games. And Malacia's done very well. And this is Ten Hag signing, so I'm confident that Malacia starts on the weekend. Martinez, I'll be honest, I think there's a good chance Martinez starts. He's the only left-footed centre back at the club. He got, what was it, 70 minutes the other day against Real Vallecano?
He looked all right, man. He looks proper to me.
Yeah, he looks ready, man.
Yeah.
He
got 60, 70 minutes, used to that 10-0 system, and he played against Wrexham in the behind closed door game.
Okay.
So he does have some minutes like under his belt, and 10-0 said they're ready to start.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Martinez starts. Eriksen, I don't know. I'll be honest.
Eriksen playing that 6th role because he looked that comfortable on the ball against Real Vallecano, dropping from deep. You know what I mean? Bringing the ball from deep. You know, what you might say about Eriksen in the 6th role? I know it's not what he's used to, but could he not play the double pivot alongside Fred? Or is that just too much risk?
I don't know. Maybe he'd go with a diamond so he can play Donny, Fred, Eriksen, and Bruno, and he has Rashford and Sancho up front. I know he's not something he does, but just given the options forward.
Yeah.
And then
Eriksen will start and Bruno false 9 says
would feel similar to a diamond, and then you take off Eriksen and then you put Ronaldo second half after 60 minutes, since both of them don't have many minutes. So you take Eriksen out of the game, you bring in Ronaldo. But then again, it's a reach. I don't know. I really don't know.
So explain, how we could sort out a false 9. Do you reckon? Because Man United haven't played with a false 9. This team hasn't played with a false 9. I think they played under Carrick. Was it Carrick we played with false 9? Or was it Bruno?
That was that one game against Chelsea, innit?
It's just
that's the striker game.
We actually played well, funny enough. You know what? Is everyone confident with a false 9 if Ten Hag would play it? Like, would you be confident we're intelligent enough to keep the ball and, you know, in spaces and be compact in other areas? Are you, man, confident would pull it off?
Not confident, to be honest, but at the moment, I'm not confident on anything because the manager has just arrived. It takes time to get the team going. So even with his ideal starting 11 and all his players fit, I still wouldn't be that convinced and reassured because it's a very difficult thing to play with the ball. It's not there's a reason why the managers like Pep and this are considered all-time great, because it's difficult. Because if anyone could play like that with the ball and just keep it moving, many managers would do it, because many teams have good enough players to actually keep the ball. If you go to Spain or if you go to French teams, they have quality players that actually can keep the ball moving. It's about the drilling, the system, the quality. Everything needs to be on. So I don't expect us to be like proper good, not at least before November. Something like I expect a few months before we can actually say, you know what, it's the players are actually getting drilled properly now.
What about you, Statman? Tactically, is this team ready to play a false 9? Do you reckon they've been practicing it? You never know. They could have been practicing it in training this week. You never know.
Yeah, maybe, but training and actually playing in the game is 2 different things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm so happy that we didn't win every single game in preseason.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the first couple of games, we were getting carried away. Every single fan was getting carried away, in terms of like plays being back and stuff. And I think that's
a wrong test, man. They should have played a stronger team.
No, but the mad thing is, even though we won 4-0 against Liverpool, Ten Hag still came out and said, nah, they still have to work on.
Yeah,
so
I remember he said he was bad, yeah.
That's why I'm happy that Ten Hag said that. But I think the fans were getting carried away and we needed a couple humblings.
Yeah, 100%.
We got humbled against Atletico Madrid. Real Vallecano, we didn't beat them. And Aston Villa, was it? We drew 2-2?
Yeah.
Drew 2-2, yeah.
So, like, there's still a lot to work on. Like Adam said, like, we're not going to see the best of Manchester United straight away. Like I said, I expect United to finish 6th. And that's me being optimistic. We're not a great side right now. We have a good manager.
We have a good manager. We don't have a great side.
It takes time. It literally takes time. You can't expect players going from playing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's football to Raul's football to Ten Hag's football to suit it straight away. It's not going to happen. We haven't had a manager that plays the same style of football for like ever, kind of it. All the managers that we get are completely different in terms of styles of play. Exactly. So it's not going to be a quick fix.
And the one that got the most time at the club was the one that just let them do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
It's easier to take someone drilled to do something else than to take someone not doing anything. Like, it's like if you take a school example, if you study engineering, for example, and you have a degree to be I don't know, whatever, but you are at school studying for a degree, and then you change the program and you go to study law school, for example, it's easier for you to study and work than if you were not studying at all, because you pick up the same reflexes you are used to working. We have a squad that is not used to discipline, and that is quite difficult, to be honest, to work with, as we saw with Ralph, because we can say Ralph was disappointing, and I was quite disappointed, even though I like Ralph a lot, but we know how he plays. We know what a Ralph Ragnick team looks like, and that wasn't it. So you need to start asking questions. We know how a club team plays, or a Pep, or a Sarri, or Ten Hag team plays. So if you don't see it, then something is off with the fitness, with the discipline, with the attitude. Something is off.
Someone said a team that has Cristiano Ronaldo can't be aiming for 6th place of light bins. Listen, it's not just about Ronaldo. This is Manchester United Football Club. Like, there's still other players that we know are not good enough, and that's why I think we'll finish 6th. Like I said, there's Ten Hag Myers is the 5th best manager in the league, and there's 5 better squads. So what do people expect in terms of us finishing in the top 4, for example?
Exactly. It's true. It's true. Yeah.
And we got Europa League as well.
Yeah, and Europa League as well, yeah. Big up to Knowledge, Anthony. Big up Statman, Said and Adam. Get the likes up. Yeah, man. Over 400 of you here. We should be on 200 likes, people. So make sure, people, let's get the likes up. Tell me who we've had that fits United better than Ten Hag. Oh, he's talking to someone. Yeah. But you know what it is for me, though? Like I said to you, I'm willing to be patient, because I feel like that's what we need to do right now, because there isn't much else to do. Like, you can't be negative about manager wanting to stand by his principles. And people, like, I remember I put a tweet out before, yeah, which is, it's just crazy, isn't it? Like, you know what, man? I just have to, like, pull it up in it. But I said something about, the manager said, yeah. So Ten Hag said, if right signings don't materialize, will others suffice to add depth? If it's not the right player, no, we need the right players. And then I said, you've got to respect this. You have a plan, then stick to it. We've not had this for a long time. And then people are saying, well, what's our plan B? Oh, where's your standards gone? Oh, so what happens when the right players never want to join you? Stick with the crap you have. Well, what can we do? What can the manager do? Like, what do people want out of Ten Hag? Like, what can you do then, other than to say, when the right players come, we'll get them? The De Jong situation, I can't really blame on the club, because end of the day, you know what I mean? Until Chelsea play them deferred wages, then I maybe could go at the club and say, why don't you go and pay them deferred wages a bit earlier if you knew that?
But would you pay the deferred wages?
I'll be honest, I'll be real with you. If Chelsea are after him and they're going to be and they're willing to pay them deferred wages, I'm paying them deferred wages. What do you man say?
And you know what? The thing with Barcelona, personally, I would get the police involved or something, because those crooks, bro, I cannot understand for the life of me how they are allowed to do what they are doing.
Like, I know.
So basically, you are telling me that contracts don't mean anything, so you can hire people and not pay them. Is this what it is? Because I just don't get it, bro. I just don't.
I think the worst thing about Barca is they're owing money and they're standing players. If they weren't standing players, then I think everyone would be like, you can kind of hear it, innit? But the fact that they're signing players when they owe money is so frustrating.
And they're splashing in as well. Like the Lewandowski deal, I thought it was cheap, but it was about £42 million or something like that.
Did you see what he said? The Leeds manager, the Leeds owner, because apparently they want their money by September. So he said, we'll find out in September, because the guy, David Ornstein, asked him a question, how will they get the money? Well, he's saying September. So when they say, like, we want this up front, like, and then later on add-ons, he wants the money by this September. So we'll find out, man. If it's an installment, okay, but if they don't give the money by September, he said, it's gonna be blown out. He said he's gonna let people know. So I don't know, man. It's just a weird one for me with this Frenkie de Jong situation. It's got to the point now where I'm not willing to get other than the midfielder. But if Chelsea are gonna pay his deferred wages, and he's accepted that, by the way, if he accepts that, he says, "Yep, cool. As long as I get my wages," I think United should be in there. And that's just my own opinion. Because
let's be honest, if he has a choice between Chelsea and United, he's choosing Chelsea.
Yeah, I know that already. I'll be honest. Champions League football, innit?
And living in London.
Yeah, I'm living in London as well, yeah. I still don't get the hype with London, man. You know what I mean? Even though I'm here right now. But Manchester's still good. But it's just, even Statman.
The Champions League football thing is sometimes I just don't think it's that strong of an argument. I think it's strong in the case of Cristiano Ronaldo because he doesn't have many seasons left. But someone like Frenkie de Jong is what, 24, 25? 25. So if you miss a Champions League season, is it that big of a deal for you to pick a club? Because I think deciding a club is a bigger commitment than playing in the Champions League. You can play in the Champions League the season after. I don't know how much weight it does have in the balance.
I think like every player probably looks at it differently, kind of thing, isn't it? But I think the problem is if he joins Manchester United, we're still not guaranteed Champions League football next year.
Yeah.
So he could potentially be missing out on 2 years of Champions League football.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and it's still a risk, isn't it? You know what, man? As much as the one that scares me is like Martinez, man. I feel like someone might come in for him, like Barcelona or something, in about 2 years' time. He's just that kind of like. Remember Di Maria? We've had a few, players that I just feel like if he doesn't work out for Martinez, he might be one of them that in 2 years' time he'll be wanting to get out the door. That's why I'm saying we have to match the ambition. We have to make Champions League. I know we don't. It's not a must, but if we don't make it in the next 2 years as well, players are gonna look at it thinking, "Shit, man, I've just wasted 2 years here for nothing."
Exactly. So excuse me. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, go for it.
No, I was going to say the Champions League football. For me personally, I don't care about it if we are not competitive. I don't want to be in the Champions League for the sake of being in the Champions League. You go into 4th place, you get into Champions League, you get money for the club, and then you struggle in the group phase, and then you get bumped out in the first knockout round. I'm not with it. I want to be in the Champions League. Why do you? Because we want to win it, to win the Champions League. We want to be good. We want to go and play the Bayern Munich sides, the Real Madrid side. So you want to go to at least the semi-finals in case you make it to the final. And the final is a final. Anything can happen in the final. But I want the Champions League to win it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. This is the thing. We are starting to get used to not winning. And that's a very bad thing.
I think it's not a trophy, but I think it's players. It's what I think the players see playing in players want to play in the Champions League, and that's what ultimately it's like the Holy Grail. I know it's
financial package for them as well.
Financial package. Their wages now are not the same as what they were getting when they're in the Champions League. So in that sense, it's almost like we need to be there in 2 years' time. This year, I think, is a transitional season, but it depends on the manner. If the manner we do it this year and we kind of fall away at a long hurdle, then it's like, how much of the rebuild are you willing to be here in it? So, luckily, Sandro Martinez is only 24. Malacia only 22. Eriksen, I think, is here to kind of maybe end his career here, possibly, and then that's it really. And obviously, we're waiting for De Jong, so it's a tricky one, man. What do we do in this midfield, Statman? What you wanted to see in this midfield? Because I feel like it's going to be McFred. Where are you on this one, bro? Midfield.
I think Fred's definitely starting. I think Bruno definitely starts. And I think the other midfield area is where there could be a bit of competition. But I think McTominay will start because he played against Atletico Madrid, and that was when most of our first team played, didn't it?
Yeah.
So I feel like he might just go with...
Is he fit?
Yeah, I think he is.
Okay.
Like, as I said, I'm not saying Scott McTominay is the best man for that role. It's just what I think Ten Hag will go with.
I hear that.
Yeah. Let me just read these super chats here from Knowledge Anthony. If I am De Jong, the logical decision is Chelsea. There is no proof United will be Champions League next year. Our recent history is barely making it out of the group stage or Europa. Yo, man, I'm telling you, man. When we lost to flipping Atletico Madrid, man, that was a very bad night, man. I don't even know if I came on Red Talk or anything. I was just so depressed, man. Can't lie. Going out to Champions League early, it's so bad, man. It's so bad. Big up to Nate H. I'm so sick of Ronaldo at this point. He's a virus. Oh, Nate H ain't holding back, I tell you that, man. Big up to my guy HKN Music. I don't agree that he will pick Chelsea unless you have inside info that is just an assumption. Chelsea ain't guaranteed Champions League this year for the next 4 or 5 years.
Nah, man.
I don't know. I don't know.
First of all, I think Athletic came out and said that you favour move to Chelsea, and that Chelsea ain't guaranteed Champions League football for the next 4 to 5 years. Come on, man.
They're a good club.
Yeah,
they're a good manager.
And the owner, say what you want, he has been ambitious in terms of spending money.
Yeah, he's trying.
I'm willing to spend money.
I don't know. Did I say put a player, any player over Ronaldo? What's he talking about? Saeed, you're not professional. Never ever put any player over Ronaldo. I don't know what you have to clarify what you mean there. What are you trying to say? What's he trying to say there? I don't get you, mate. But listen, guys, there's 500 people watching. Make sure, guys, hit the like button on the video, man. You guys are watching the video. Let's get 200 likes, people, man. I don't know how many likes we're on now, but let's hit 200 likes, people. Owinski with the super chat. This is a very peculiar season for Erik ten Hag and Man United. I reckon he'll try to get his best with the current squad, and true change will start in the January window. But then again, in the January window, though, man, you know what I mean? You've got an inflated market because you got players that don't want to maybe leave mid-season. And also the World Cup is going to make sure the prices are going to go up even more, man. Like, it's mad, isn't it? When you think about it.
It depends, isn't it? Because the January market is normally difficult to work with, but you can make clever signings during that window, in my eyes. Liverpool done it with Diaz last year. Tottenham done it with that Kulovski, however you say his name, Bentancur.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, those signings are massive in terms of them getting top 4.
Yeah. It's a weak argument, you know, I think, that January. Like, I always feel like, why do we always say, like, why do clubs always say it's not the best time to negotiate? But I feel like, for me, it's a good time because players are looking at it thinking, you know what, I could possibly get in this team now here. Like, certain players like Kulusevski and them, man, were thinking, right, I can get in this Tottenham team. I can get in Bentancur, like, fresh start, January, new feeling, new vibes. If you go for it, but if you have that pessimistic feeling that you can't get Dennis Zakaria. Remember, we couldn't get Dennis Zakaria, I remember, because they were just too hesitant. Like, you're 7 million. It's crazy.
No, we're just bad, bro. It's our club think the January transfer window is a difficult window because they are lazy and they are slow. Look, they have the entire summer. They can't strike a deal. So do you expect them to do something in a month? It's just very, very bad. And so now we are waiting to see how the team works out with Ten Hag for the first few months so that we can spend in January, just like we did. No, we are not spending this January, so the next manager can get money in the summer transfer window, and it goes on and on. We are always saving for the next transfer window. It's a never-ending circle, and it's just not good. It's just not good.
Absolutely. 167 likes, guys. Let's get that up, people, man. Come on. As long as we have the same owner on the board, we will struggle to attract players no matter what the manager. Players talk to each other about other clubs. The thing is, with the ownership, I feel like it's going to take something drastic to fully change the ownership. Everyone wants the Glazers out. But Statman, you were there on Saturday. You know what I mean? And you see the Megastar rammed, absolutely rammed. You've seen, you know what I mean, like just in general, like, you know, people that go to games. I don't know what the feeling is, Statman, but like people just come there to watch football. The feeling isn't strong enough. The wider kind of community and the global audience, I feel like there's strong community. But what they see on a match day is that, you know what, people are happy to be there. They're spending money in the Megastore. We're getting, you know, loads of sales in around the shops and whatnot. So they're happy with what they've got. I think for me, what's important is if you can't change your ownership, change the structure. And we're doing that now, so time will tell. John Myrtle is there, Richard Arnold. I mean, that Richard Arnold interview, that's what I said, Why were people getting gassed when he was in that pub and we were praising him? Why did people praise Richard Arnold for talking to the fans? Like, what have we done since?
Exactly.
Well, I don't know, man. I said, go on.
No, sorry. As I just said, talk is cheap. So at the end of the day, well, go ahead, Statman. I'm sorry.
Nah, I just said, like, in my eyes, I think with the signings things, I said this, like, it's a collective effort in terms of us not getting our players. Because Ten Hag, like, in my eyes, I think Myrtle, Richard Arnold, the club are giving Ten Hag too much power. I've always said that from the first minute. But at the same time, does Ten Hag have the plan Bs? Because he seems like very, very certain is this player for my team. Is De Jong, is Anthony. What's the alternative for Anthony? Does Ten Hag have one? And I'm not blaming Ten Hag completely because obviously that's what the scouting team should help, innit? But obviously apparently we're just going for 10 targets kind of thing straight away this year, which is difficult.
You know what? I think maybe they are giving Ten Hag too much power, and I agree
Are you
that
happy with that?
I wouldn't be happy with it if we had a good structure. But given the current state of the club and how incompetent our people taking decisions are, well, then at least you give it to the football man, which is a very sorry state because we are stuck between two very bad places. You don't want the manager to have all of the power, or you want to back him, but you don't want the Myrtle and the Richard Arnold and the man to have the power as well. So we're just in a bad state. Nothing changed at this club. Nothing changed, and you can see it. They sacked Ralph Ragnick. You can say whatever you want, but he was speaking. he was not having it. He was talking, and finally it's a mutual
You know
agreement.
what? You make a good point. Sorry to cut you off there, Adam.
Go ahead, bro, go ahead.
This Ralph Ragnick, you still have to kind of like say, in terms of, you know, recruitment, would Ralph Ragnick have done? Would he have helped in a certain way? You're looking at Sesko. You know, he's been at RB Salzburg before. He's had a good little relationship going on there. I generally think, you know, did we miss a trick in terms of Ralph Ragnick? You know, making it easy for the manager to find players that fit his profile. If you're saying now, Ten Hag was specific on certain players, but then he was like, you know what, I don't trust Myrtle to bring me the caliber of player that I want.
But it's not Myrtle's job to do that.
Sorry?
That's the recruitment team who should suggest players. And we know they've done that with, for example, Pau Torres. And Ten Hag said no.
Yeah, I think we have a good scouting network, to be honest. It's just that we never listen to them.
I think they're revamping the scouting network, though, isn't it? That's what apparently Myrtle and Ten Hag said from like the first moment.
Well, that's just hilarious because they are revamping them because they obviously believe they are not good enough, but they don't listen to them anyway. So this is just PR on the surface to make it look like they are making moves, but they were not listening to the scouting networks because Alphonso Davies was suggested years ago.
Leon Goretzka as well.
Goretzka was suggested years ago. Pulisic, you can say whatever you want, but at the time when he was at Dortmund and before that, he was a very exciting prospect. He was suggested as well. Many players, good players, were suggested, and we wouldn't listen.
But I blame a lot of that on Woodward and stuff, innit?
Yeah,
because it's clear a lot of Woodward signings weren't actually recruitment-based signings. It was just look how many Raiola clients we signed, for example, innit?
Exactly, I agree.
He had a good relationship with Raiola. Bang, deals were done. How many players did those managers actually want?
Yeah, I agree with you. Basically, that's exactly what it is. Woodward would not listen to the scouts.
And then it comes down to how many of those signings were commercial based.
Yeah.
Actually, let's be honest, like Ronaldo, they were willing to spend on Ronaldo just because commercially he's massive kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's why that deal was done straight away. You can name that with a lot of other players. Like Pogba, they probably signed Pogba massively because of all the Adidas stuff as well.
Yeah, Adidas, yeah, of course.
I'm not saying that was the sole reason, but I feel like that massively helped.
Yeah, 100%. Look, they wouldn't spend a lot of money on a player that is very good but not marketable. Like they wouldn't spend 100 million on Thomas Müller at the time, because Müller is not that kind of selling player, even though he's a very good player. They wouldn't spend, for example, 70 million on Kimmich, but Kimmich is a top player, but he's not a Pogba player. He's not that sort of exciting player. And they wouldn't spend, I don't know how many millions on whatever player that is actually a good winger, but they would do it on Jadon Sancho. See the type of thing that annoys me with our club.
The only anomaly really is Harry Maguire, isn't it?
I don't even get this going.
Big up to Martin Koss. He says, lads, I've been supporting the United for 50 years. I tried to get over to United 2-3 times a year from Ireland. Ronaldo is a true pro. We need him. The youngster players can learn from him.
Well, at the moment, whatever they are learning for him is not good behavior. Because if we are being honest with ourselves, if you are a pro, a 21 to 25-year-old like Sancho, Martial, and you act like a spoiled little child, it's embarrassing. But if you're an old-time great, a 37-year-old, behaving the way he does, that is beyond embarrassing. Yeah. I'm not with it.
Okay, right. Let's do the team. I'm presuming we're going to play a 4-2-3-1, or would you think it's a 4-3-3? Last couple of games, I feel like it's been more of a 4-2-3-1. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's basically what he does, but it's a very fluent 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, that's the situation. Right, we're gonna pick what Ten Hag would do. What the team will be. So David De Gea is in goal. I'm guessing we're gonna agree on Dalot at right back because there's no other one else. Wan-Bissaka's gone AWOL. I don't know where he is.
That's all right.
Who do you reckon will play at centre back?
Maguire, Martinez.
I don't think Martinez will play. You know,
I think
it'll be Maguire and Lindelof.
I think I'm 50-50 between Maguire and Martinez and Maguire and Lindelof. But the problem is, why is Maguire playing?
I think he deserves over pre-season.
You think he deserves
and Martinez have the right balance?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Martinez and Varane, is that the right balance?
I think it's our best centre-back pairing.
Apparently, Andy Mitten said that Varane's our fourth choice centre-back now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, let's put Maguire and Martinez. Is that?
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
It's not great, but can't really do much, can we? I don't know what's happened there. What the flip's happened, mate? What is going on?
In too much.
Did I zoom in too much?
Yeah. Varane with the World Cup and how many Champions League and he just oozes class to me at times. Sometimes he's just clear of the rest, and he's behind Maguire and Lindelof. God help us.
Yeah,
I think with Varane, it's kind of like on the ball qualities are not the best in terms of which Ten Hag likes, and obviously his injury record is massive, isn't it?
The only thing I can accept is the injury thing, because the rest, I mean, come on.
Yeah, but anyway, let's go. Let's put the team back up. I'm gonna put the team back up. I don't know what happened there, people. Apologies on that one. Keep smashing likes up, people. Over 500 of you's watching. If you could hit the likes up, people, that would be great. I'm just gonna carry on with the team. So what do we say? De Gea in goal. Hello. You guys hearing me or what?
Yeah, but I think it's lagging a bit.
I think Sai's lagging. I can't tell.
You
know what? Fuck it. We'll just leave it. Can you hear me? I'm back. Let's just put our team up. Forget it. We'll put our team up anyway. So we got. Let's. You know what? Let me put my team and then you give your team. Let's just do it like that. Let's just do it freestyle. Okay. I'm gonna put David De Gea in goal. I'm gonna put Dalot right back. I'm gonna put Maguire and Martinez. I'm gonna put left back Malacia. I'm gonna put Donny and Fred. I'm gonna put Bruno Fernandes in the 10. I'm gonna put Rashford on the left, Ronaldo up top, and then I'm gonna put Sancho on the right. That's my team.
This is the team you predict or the team you would like to see?
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say the team that I like to see. We're gonna go with that one because I feel like it's gonna be so unpredictable to kind of like guess.
Yeah. Okay. So if it's the team that I want to see, that I'd rather see, I'd go with Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, Fred, Donny van de Beek, Eriksen.
Yeah.
Sancho. I'm going to say Rashford just based on fitness and everything. But I wouldn't pick Rashford, to be honest. But Rashford, Sancho. Again, just because of the fitness. I'm going to say Cristiano Ronaldo, but I know he can't play the full team, the full game. But I'm going Sancho, Ronaldo, Rashford, Eriksen, Donny van de Beek, Fred, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, and David De Gea in goal.
Okay. What are you saying, bro? Stat man.
Let me do Ten Hag's team because I think that'll be a bit easier. I think De Gea, Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, Malacia, Fred, McTominay, Bruno, Sancho, Rashford, Elanga. So I think Ten Hag goes with. If Ten Hag's brave, I would love to see Garnacho instead of Elanga.
Ooh, I would as well.
Because Garnacho, I feel like he impressed me quite a lot last week, innit?
Yeah. His maturity in his game was crazy, man.
I think decision making still was a bit iffy, but I think overall, every single time he got the ball, you were like, he got you off your seat, kind of thing. You can't say
he got you off your seat. Yeah, of course.
And you put Rashford up top, is that it?
Yeah, I think Rashford will be up top.
If I put Rashford up top, to be honest, if I put Rashford up top, I'd rather have Sancho on the left and Ahmad on the right than Garnacho.
Yeah, maybe.
Just because it's rough on the kid. At least Ahmad has played a bit more.
Yeah.
But he looks all right to me, Garnacho. I like what I saw.
I think Ronaldo comes on for the last 45, by the way, before anyone says, why ain't Ronaldo playing?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Brighton's going to be a tough test, man. Who have they bought? They bought the striker from Czech Republic, innit?
That Undav guy.
Undav. Is he good? Have you heard about this guy?
His goal scoring record at his previous club was all right, innit?
Is it?
I think
they've lost Cucurella.
Yeah,
they got left back. They got the development guy, innit? Our left back.
Signed Levi Kovo as well now on loan.
Who?
The Chelsea guy.
Oh yeah. But I doubt he'll play. But it'll be a tough test, man. That game will be a sticky game, man. Trossard, Mopé, they'll have something to prove, man.
Last pre-season game, they won 5-1.
Oh, is it?
Against Espanyol.
They're a good side, to be honest. They're a good side. And you know what?
Man? I feel like they're an established Premier League club now. How long have they been in the Premier League now? Since 2017 now, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah.
17, 18.
Yeah, 17,
18, yeah. Been there now 5 years, man. You know what I mean? So they're an established club. I think we can't take them lightly, man. I genuinely do, man. We got to take them seriously, man.
And you know what? Another thing that scares me a lot is now that we are going to play with the ball and we're going to be a possession-based team, I'm getting more and more afraid of the Southamptons and Leeds and counter-pressing teams like that. The Jurgen Klopp style of football, to be honest, because those are tailor-made to hit teams with the ball. So I think the Leeds game is going to be a big challenge. I'm going to the Southampton one as well. If they have a full team, I think it's going to be quite difficult. So I think our first 10 games are going to be very rough.
Yeah. But you know what? I think for me, like I said, you know what I mean? It's about, Welbeck as well. Yeah, we got Welbeck and that. He loves a big game.
Trossard scored a hat-trick last time in the preseason
game. Man, I'm telling you now, man. I can't lie to you, man. One of the most underrated players in the Premier League, man, just in terms of, like, what he can give you. You know what I mean? I think he's someone that I don't know why big clubs haven't gone for him. I don't know if he does not because he's not convincing at, like, international level. But I think he's always a handful. He can play in multi-systems, can play on the left, right, can play in a front two, can play in a, like he's so multi-dimensional, man. And that's why I feel like, 20 to 28 now. So I don't know, man. It's a good player, man. But like I said, man, we need to get through this game. I generally think we just have to get through this game, man. We can't think too much. We can't, like I said, Adam, I think it's just about getting a 2-1 and just getting out there, man, because it's a sticky game. It's not like Leeds. Remember last season, Leeds were just so easy to play, and we just kind of demolished them, really. This won't be the same game. They'll be tactically ready, man. The game we played last game, bro, I can't lie to you. Even with 10 men, they bossed us around, man. They bossed us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Like if you asked me a month ago, I was excited for the start of the season, but now I'm a bit scared.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad, honestly. But yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be a very, very tricky game, man. You know what I mean? I think Brighton will cause their problems, but we've just got to go in there and just get the 3 points in it, man. We can't just. I think we just have to make sure we kind of like get out there because I'm not looking to see us become Banter FC on the first game, man. You know what I mean? We want to be just under the radar. At least if we're going to have our first loss, it's like 2 or 3 games in, maybe the Liverpool game. You know, that's a respectable loss. But right now, not against Brighton at home. First game of the season. Then you got all the problems of Ronaldo leaving, De Jong. What happened to signings? It's still the same old club. You know what I mean?
I think the most important thing is just 3 points, isn't it? Like, let's be honest, we know we're probably going to struggle in terms of our performance with players out. But we just have to see in it. It's going to be hard.
Yeah. Absolutely. Give me your predictions, Statman.
I've gone with 2-1 United.
2-1 United. We're going to try and do these prediction league in it. So next week, we're going to start officially when everyone's back. But prediction league 2-1. I'm going for 2-1 as well. Adam, what are you going for? Let us know in the comments as well, people. What are you going for prediction-wise?
Earlier, I said that I wouldn't be surprised if we drew the first 2 games and lost to Liverpool, but it wouldn't surprise me. But I think I'll pray for a 2-1 as well. I'll pray for a 2-1.
1-1, 3-0, 1-1, 3-0. A couple of United fans confident. 2-2, 2-0 United. Hijacker says 4-1. Zano says 2-1. Ronaldo for the winner. That would be crazy. That would be absolutely mental, man. Ronaldo got the winner. 5-2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, like I said, I generally do think, though, we've got players in Sancho and Rashford who have had a good pre-season. So as much as it's all doom and gloom, we've got wingers who at least are in a bit of form. That should give us a little bit of, confidence, at least a little bit of confidence. You know what I mean? We're not asking for a lot, but a little bit of confidence. So
they need to be up for it.
Sorry?
They need to be up for it.
Yeah, they need to be, because this is a very, very tricky game, man. We need to be coming out of there with 3 points. So let's see, man. Let's see. 2-1, 3-1, 0-0. Neo Lester says 3-1 to Brighton. Hope not. Said, it's Maguire and McFred that are not convincing me right now. Yeah. I don't think anyone's convinced, to be honest with you.
I think it might be 2-1 to United with 3 United goal scorers, with Maguire putting 1 in.
Yeah, you're a bit late. To be fair, we did this stream a bit earlier today because we thought we'd kind of give you an earlier stream today. I'm busy today as well, so we'll be back next week, Friday at 7 p.m. usual time. So big up to everybody who's coming to join us. Are we playing next week, Saturday or Sunday again? What's the game next week? Oh, it's Saturday 5:30, isn't it? Yeah, Brentford 5:30, I think it is. Or is it 12:30? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. What's Brentford game next week?
5:30.
5:30, yeah?
Then we're Liverpool on a Monday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, man. No, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. But listen, it is what it is, people. But big up to everybody watching. Guys, there's over 500 of us here. Let's at least get 300 likes, people. I know you guys are very, very, you know what I mean? You don't like to touch that like button, but listen, it's down the bottom. It's free, and it helps support the channel. So on your way out, please smash the like button. And make sure this, people, go and get your Mercia jackets, wherever you want, hoodies. This video is sponsored by Mercia, people. Link is in the description if you want to shop on their website. And yeah, make sure you go follow Statman Baines on his YouTube, and make sure you go follow Adam Manred on Twitter. People, I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and we'll see you on. Now I'll probably see you on Sunday for the game. Match day vlogs are back. Match day reactions, they're all back, people. So love, take it easy.